Hey guys, this is Matt Brunet, creator of Animation Lookback and Animus Reviews, and welcome to my new setup. Pretty nice, eh? I'll have like a proper introduction to this in one of my reviews. You'll see, it's gonna be cool. But anyways, since this is one of my update videos, let's talk about what's going on with me. Well, as you may know, since this is the end of the year, I have been pretty busy. Not just on my videos, which I have been working on them pretty hard. And I understand that outside of the Animus Reviews, I haven't been really active lately. However, like I said, I've been working on a few videos. You'll see, I'll talk about them later. But there's also the factor that I've been busy with a lot of stuff. I've been busy with school since this is the end of the semester. I've had some exams and a lot of studies that I had to do. This is the holiday season is coming up with Christmas just right around the corner. I had to do a lot of Christmas shopping and a lot of family dinners and get-togethers and all that stuff. And there's also the factor that I had to work on this. This is a big personal project that me and my family had to do, so I have to have like a bit of changes in my life. So there's that part. But outside of that, what is the videos that I have been working on lately? Well, as you may know, I have been working on the Epic Mickey files. Right now, I actually finished writing on it, so now I'm up to recording and editing all of the stuff. So what's going to be going on with that? As you may know, there's not a lot of new characters to talk about in stuff like Epic Mickey 2 or The Power of Illusions. So I pretty much comprise of 10 episodes, all about the Epic Mickey files. 2 of which is a two-parter finale, which I'm planning to do. So, as you may know, the chances of having a Epic Mickey 3 is going to be very little, so this is pretty much the conclusion of the Epic Mickey files. But I'm sure you guys are wondering more about the release date. Well, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to get them out sometime in throughout the month of January, if I can. So I'm just going to be distributing them out evenly throughout all that month. I'm not going to do like an overlaps of another month. I'm planning to do it all in January. So there's going to be that happening. And of course, as you know, if you guys go to Blip, I always release my videos 1 week before on Blip, before I go post them out on YouTube. So if you guys want to check them out early, go on Blip. If you guys want to be patient, then stay on YouTube. But anyways, another thing that I do want to talk about also is the Animus Reviews. Yes. Now, as you may know, in my Frozen review, I mentioned that the Disney film is the last animated feature of 2013. Well, stupid me, that's actually wrong. I forgot to have mentioned Walking with Dinosaurs. And a lot of people have asked me if I am actually going to review it. Since it's not all animation, I understand. They worked, the technology, what they have done behind the scenes, is a lot like Disney's Dinosaur. But I will let you know, yes, this is an animated film, and yes, I will be reviewing it. I'm hoping that maybe I will send it out before Christmas, but we'll see. But anyways, another film that I will be reviewing, and this is one of my special reviews that is not about any animated films released either like outside for the classic reviews or for theaters. For the longest time, I haven't done this. I'm actually going to review a live action film, which in this case is going to be Saving Mr. Banks. Now, as you know, this is the movie about the making of Mary Poppins and looking into the life of P.L. Travers and her relationship with Walt Disney while making this film. Of course, I am going to be reviewing that. I am a bit, as you know, I am a huge Disney fan, and this movie has Walt Disney in it, so why the fridge not? So, however, I don't think I'll be releasing that review sometime, like, before Christmas. I'm definitely going to be releasing it sometime after Christmas. I'm not saying that it'll be released in January, like after New Year's, but it'll definitely be after Christmas. So first I'll be reviewing Walking with Dinosaurs, and then I'll work on saving Mr. Banks. But anyways, now with that done, after Walking with Dinosaurs, there'll be no more animated films for 2013. And you guys know what that means. My annual top 5 best and worst animated films of that year, which is 2013. Now, this is pretty much self-explanatory right there. I don't need to mention more about it. But the only thing I could say about it is that I'm thinking it'll be released sometime in January during the course of the Epic Mickey Files. And also, this might be one that you don't want to miss. This is going to be one in which 4 animated films have been given the Animat seal of garbage. So, if you want to see me go ballistic and go name out the worst of probably this decade, then go check out this one. Oh, and one more thing I will mention quickly is that this is something that will not be released on YouTube. Due to copyright from Universal and Fox for like films like The Croods, Turbo, and Despicable Me 2, I'm not going to post it online. I'm only going to be releasing it on Blip, and I'll just, over here, I'll just be releasing it, go to Blip to go check it out. You know how that works. So, this is just an advance warning. So, anyways, with that said, with all that done, now let me ask you guys something. Have you ever wanted to see Animation Look Back or Animat's Reviews on TV? Well, good news, now you can. Kind of. In a sense. What I'm trying to say is that you can finally check out some of my stuff on ROKU. Now, you may know one of the sites that I'm on, Go Indie TV, and they have actually released a ROKU channel which features some of the most popular works of the people on their site. And luckily for me, I'm actually one of them. So, expect to see many of my Animat's reviews in there. None of my animation look-back works are in there. So, yeah. All you have to do is, if you have Roku, go and get the Go Indie channel, Roku channel. Yeah, Go Indie TV channel on Roku. There are 2 versions, by the way. One of them is free, which is like a preview, and one of them is the premium service, which I think you have to pay like $5 a month or $5 a year or something like that. There is a fee, but yeah, go ahead and check it out. And tell me how I am in there, because I don't have Roku. I don't know how that works. So go tell me how it's like. You know, I don't know how it is. Show me like a screenshot or something, like me on Go Indie TV on Roku on the TV. That'll be pretty cool. So yeah. And there's not much other updates to mention. But there is one thing you can do before this video is over, after this video is over, is you could go and check out a video made by a really good friend of mine, Jaimes Countdown, which some of you may know from Mr. Code and Friends with his show From Pages to Pictures. Really excellent show, amazing quality. I highly recommend you guys check it out. But anyways, throughout the month, throughout Halloween and the month of November, he has released his countdown of your top 11 best scares of childhood, or something like that. Sorry, James, if I misspelled it. And in there, it features a lot of different other reviewers in there as well. From David Rose, from the DVD Shelf, and Morgan from Vaulting, and including me. So I'm going to feature a link down below, and you guys can go check it out there. And I just want to mention that when you're going to watch this, you're going to see a side of me that you might have never known. something that has linked to, it's pretty much linked, a big influence in my childhood, so go check it out. But now with all the updates done, it's time to go with the Q&A. Now, for those of you who don't know, for every update video, I'm going to ask 5 questions from the fans who have asked me some interesting questions, whether it be on the comments section or on my email at animusreviews.com. And this is randomized. I don't know what I'm doing, so the first question will come from YouTuber Dan Shull, and he asks, "Hey Matt, what is it like to live in a country with Canadian Flash cartoons with Johnny Test and almost naked animals since you live in Canada?" Well, it's honestly, it's not so different than the American channels. In Canada, we do get a lot of we get a lot of American channels as well. The Canadian channels that we have from Teletoon and YTV, we get a lot of the Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network shows put into there. But we do have our own, we also have our own shows as well. And, you know, it's not really that different. That's all I can say. It's, you know, watching anything from, like, Teletoon or YTV is no different than watching anything from Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. All I can say is that sometimes you are missing out on good shows. Like, there's a lot of Canadian shows that I grew up upon, from Ned's Newt to Kaput and Zosky to What's with Andy. There's a lot of great Canadian animated series that some of you may have never heard of, but they're awesome. So yeah, that's all I could say with that. And our next one, now going to randomize again, comes from Leia the Wanderer YT from YouTube. And she asked, or he, or I don't know, person asks, Animat, since you've been reviewing about animated movies so much, have you ever thought about making a review for animated TV shows from Disney? Honestly, no. And I understand that there's a lot of people who ask me to review television series, and honestly, I can't, because there's a huge difference between television programs and feature films. These are completely different species, and sadly, I'm not really that familiar with reviewing TV series. I don't have much of a great memory to remember everything that has happened in, like, one series. And often, like, the quality is, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the quality is not, of the animation is often not that good than in feature films. So, honestly, the only thing I could say is that I'm not gonna review TV shows. It's not my specialty. I'm only into animated films, so yeah. Sorry about that. So anyways, let's just move on to the next question. And this one comes from DisFreakFree47639. People, what is with these numbers? Just stick to at least a minimum of 3. For God's sakes. This is not a code. This is just your YouTube account. Anyways, he asks, during your top 10 moments from Walt Disney Animation Studios Animation Look Back, you mentioned something about Animation Look Back Walt Disney Animation Studios Plus, where you would fix all the mistakes, add in movies from the 2010 to 2013, including Tangled, Winnie the Pooh, Wreck-It Ralph, and possibly Frozen. When will that be released? Honestly, the only way I can answer that is just when I'm ready. Personally, I feel like when I'm still on my learning stages from editing and recording and all that stuff, and there's a lot more skills that I've learned for me to learn and stuff like that. So I've promised myself when I announced it that I'll review it when I'm ready, when I feel like I'm capable enough to make a very high quality and an amazing animation look back Walt Disney Animation Studios. I just want it to be like the best of the best. It's just like something that could like be like my masterpiece in a sense. So I don't know if it's gonna be in a few more years or pretty soon, but the only answer I could give out to that is when I feel ready. Okay, so anyways, let's go over here, and I'll ask from YouTuber Circus Talia, and she asked, is there an animated movie that you felt had so much potential but didn't use it? Which one, and what changes would you have made to make it better? And if you don't mind me... okay, so... Yeah, okay. Is there an anime... Yeah, so it's pretty much that. Honestly, the one that I remember most would be the animated King and I. Now, this one has been universally hated for being possibly the worst adaptation of the King and I, but when there are things that they did right, there are some things that they did right. For me personally, if I would do any changes, is that they would really, it's just focus more on what they did for the show, pretty much. None of this, none of the freaking, like slapstick comedy bullcrap that has nothing to do. A little bit less on the romance plot because that feels a bit useless. But yeah, if there's one thing that I really want to change in there, it's just focus more on what is in the musical. Because that's the thing it has, a little bit less respect. Like, but I can see where it can have some potential. It's just, they lost it completely. So yeah. I'll answer that one. And so the last question I will ask for today will be from Wesley Hunt. And he asks, just curious, Matt. Your shtick is animated films, yes? But I would like to know what are some of your favorite non-animated movies are. Sorry about that. I will say there are a lot of non-animated films that I really do enjoy. Some of my favorites would include like The King's Speech. That was just a beautiful animated film. One of my personal favorites, I have to say, is 12 Angry Men. This is a fantastic feature. It is really intense by doing so little. Throughout the whole movie, it's just 12 guys in one room. That's it. Yet it has so much intensity and like so much nervousness. Like you would feel like you're in a major action movie. And it really is smart. And it's just, it really is great. So, for now I would just say, so for now I'm just going to say 12 Angry Men. And there are a few others, but none of which really that's sticking out of my head. Well, technically you could also say Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Waking Sleeping Beauty, but if you're thinking of a more narrative kind of style, yeah. So I'm just going to say that. And that'll pretty much be it with this video. So, all I can say for now is keep watching. And if you guys do want to give me a Christmas gift, the only thing I can ask from you guys is to just tell your friends and family about me and to just get me more subscribers. There's nothing that makes me happier more than the idea of entertaining, that I'm bringing in more new people and that I have entertained them and that they've enjoyed my stuff. It really does get me here, you know? This is what I really do it for the pleasure of making people happy and all that stuff. And with that said, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy belated Hanukkah. I think that thing is done. So yeah, pretty much it. Keep watching because I'm gonna have so much more stuff coming up. And see you later, dudes!